Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What's up? Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, Osa. Happy New Year,
Happy New
Tanisha.
Year.
Happy New Year.
How y'all bringing your New Year's?
I brought it with my baby.
That's what's up.
What's up. I sat up under the table and ate my 12 grapes. I thought it was 9, but it's 12 for each month. I had to do my research.
I just
the baby eat grapes too?
Yeah, she ate grapes with me.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I just ate grapes throughout the day, so I didn't concentrate on the 12 o'clock thing. I'm trying to get out of the idea of being so ritualistic about spiritual stuff and to be more organic, you know what I mean? Not just do this because they said do this, and just to be more
Pretty much just
intuitive.
identify doing things that helps me.
Yeah.
And not just
In a way.
weighing on
In a
what
way
other
that
people
helps,
tell me.
yeah.
Like, I know what my reality is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And doing
I
it in
know
a
what
way
it
that
is.
benefits me. If they say to do it throughout, on New Year's, that don't mean you have to do it at 12. So I ate the grapes throughout the day.
Yeah.
I had made a bowl of grapes on the table.
That's my own philosophy.
When I walk by, I will grab a couple.
Why
so
wait
I'm
till
sure,
later? Do it right now.
I'm sure I have my
Indeed.
12 grapes for
Yeah.
the day.
That's how I feel when it comes
And,
to resolutions.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was like, when people talk about, oh, ain't no new fake friends in 2024. So why didn't you stop being friends with them when that incident happened?
Yeah.
Why you wait until 2024 to do it?
I had a friend that, I have a friend because she's still my current friend. We've been friends a long time. Shout out to Lavia Murray, because that is my good friend. And I was too young, and I always got stuck up on people's phrases, and
Yeah.
I would adapt their phrases, right? And so her New Year resolution she told me my New Year resolution, probably so long ago, I was so young because we've been friends since high school. And she was like, my New Year resolution is to stay that bitch. I was so fucked up for so many years. So I just kind of, I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I never done them. But then I had made that mine. So I was kind of fucked up for a few years.
So did you use that New Year's resolution to stay that bitch?
Yeah, I
She
did.
said she was fucked up.
I was fucked up.
Oh, had you fucked up?
Shout out to Lovey. Shout out to Lovey, because we call her Lovey, but her name is Lavia. And
So you didn't want to be that bitch no more.
no, I didn't want to be that bitch no more. Not that bitch.
Good job. But I'm saying though, it's like, what was your definition of being that bitch?
I don't
Versus
even
what was her
know, because
definition?
it was somebody else's whole
Was it
phrase. Because
a
I don't know
bitch?
what they
You know what I'm
definition.
saying?
What was between a bitch and that bitch?
Yeah, I mean, I had attributed it to just being a person standing in your power.
And when you say that, I
And the
think I
worst-
hear
and-
Megan Thee Stallion voice.
Yeah, she's Aquarius. My friend is Aquarius, so that's absolutely on course. That's so on course. That's so on course.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was Aquarius, so yeah, that was totally Meg Thee Stallion energy. Say that
Okay.
bitch. So, but this year I brought the year of my new grandbaby. Because she 11 months now.
This your first one?
No, don't make me tell my age.
This ain't
But
grandbaby
I said
period,
new.
though.
I said new. Yeah, I had planned to get her because it was her first Christmas holiday season. So I had planned to do as I usually do, go to church. But then just my spirit wasn't for church. It was just kind of being quiet with myself. So me and her stayed home this year. I stayed home with her
Still
this year.
church is in within you.
When I was raising my kids, some New Year's my goal would be to be asleep before New Year's, get the kids in the bed and we sleep and we wake up and it's a new year. You know what I mean? That's a whole new feeling too. You go to sleep, it's 1 year, you wake up, it's a whole new year. So you wake up and it's just new.
I've never had that feeling.
Yeah, you never
another day.
You never been stuck in a house.
But I'm saying though, it's okay, everybody it's New Year's.
Making the best.
Does people actually start their New Year's resolution that day? They talk about new attitudes. So we use the example as work. Everybody talk about, oh, I got these new attitudes. When you walk into work, they still got 2023 attitudes. We y'all talk
work don't change. Work
Right,
don't
don't change.
Drama.
Hold on. But it be the same thing around circle of friends, Same thing around family. Like, y'all had all these resolutions, but I don't see no change. Now, change is a process, so I don't think it's an event, this and that, but I don't even see the steps of change acting.
Effort.
When people,
No
the
effort.
effort, right.
No effort.
You know what I'm saying? Not an inkling of it. So y'all talked all this and that. I put all these memes up. Oh, I'm about to do this and that. You around the same people.
I'm leaving everybody in 2023.
Right. Then you brought New Year's Eve in with all those people that you said that you not gonna bring in. Right. I'll be seeing this shit, and this shit be wild, right?
Yeah.
It's like most,
don't bother with resolutions. They so pointless.
No, resolution is good.
That's so pointless to wait till January 1st to do something.
It
Like,
on
a day.
New Year's
like
resolution. Because why
New
wait to
Year.
that day? What is so special about that day now?
Nothing.
That you have to flick the switch.
Nothing.
To make the change that you could have done at the moment that you realized that you needed to
That's,
make
I was
that.
about to say
that's
when
the best time.
When
What
somebody
you just
tell
said.
me I'm gonna make this New Year resolution, I'm gonna stop smoking. Well, stop now.
Stop right now.
Do it right now.
Which way now? You lying to yourself.
Yeah. You giving yourself
lying
an
to
excuse to
yourself.
not do.
I can understand the motivation of it all with a date because I've been, some people, you can be date oriented. You know what I mean? Like
That's 1% of people.
Well, yeah, that's planners.
Yeah, that's 1%
planners
of people.
Planners,
You know what I'm saying?
anxiety-stricken, OCD type people.
Do this, but you have yourself the whole time. Oh yeah, I'm about to lose weight. I'm about to get in the gym. This and that, right? You ain't got one gym equipment. You ain't got no gym membership. But January 1st, I'm about to do this and that, right?
You didn't get the
I'm gonna give me
Peloton on Black Friday.
Said,
Like, you're not serious. You ain't look up Ozempic shots. You ain't did nothing. Like,
man, they had me on steroids and I had blew up. I was like at a 36 jeans. I blew up to a 42 jeans. I see it all in my face. Like, I gotta drop this. This ain't even me with this weight, this and that. But granted, some people had liked the weight that I put on, but I didn't like it. So great, whatever y'all talking about. I got on Marketplace and brought me an elliptical machine, right?
I love elliptical.
And I put it in my living room. Well, you been over my house. You see my elliptical machine, and I put it right in front of my TV, and I watch movies. I'm like, instead of sitting down, just get on this elliptical machine. No matter what speed I'm going,
right.
I am still exercising, and I'm still about to drop this weight, and I dropped that weight, And it wasn't like, oh, it's a New Year's resolution. No, it was that adamant to myself, like it needs to be done, not now, but right now. So let me go get this machine, so I don't be lying to myself, keep on procrastinating and postponing it.
And that's the benefit of being, and I just want to, we're going to open up our topic and everything. But I just want to say that's the benefit of being an overthinker, right? Like, because when you know you got a goal, you start dissecting that thing and determining how I can reach this goal. Some people just set a goal and think it's gonna fall in their lap because I've come up with this light bulb idea.
The thing about being an overthinker is that anything less than that is being underprepared.
Yeah. And that's what I struggle with.
So
that's what I struggle with.
If you call yourself being just as prepared as you feel like you need to be for whatever the situation is, X factors happen.
Yes.
So it's good to be overprepared.
Thank you.
Like my grandmother used to say.
Because you're looking
about
at the audibles.
It's good to it's what you say about having a coat. It's better to have it and not
adapt to that. Yeah.
You overthink in the situation.
Yeah.
If you have some kind of issue,
That's me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was the shit was glitching up. I think.
No, it's not you. It's me.
No, yeah.
My phone was.
Mine's been going back and forth on the signal too.
Oh, okay.
But one of the
it's always good to be overprepared than underprepared, or for what you feel like. Cause to be just as prepared as you feel like you need to be is to say that I thought of everything,
right?
And you can never think of everything,
right?
It's good to have that goal though.
Yeah.
So overprepared, overthinking is what you should do. That's why, and preparing yourself.
I'm about to explore this.
That's overthinking. All of that is like you got to think about every scenario. If he do this, I got
myself. It's preparing myself.
That is proper preparation. Overthinking is proper preparation.
To me,
there's a cliche to that.
prevents poor performance.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
If
yeah.
you fail to
I
plan,
can't
you plan
pronounce
to fail,
all those
right?
P's
Like,
at that time.
it's so awful. We so bad. This generation, our
There's a
generation,
couple
got
of
it
them.
bad.
Proper
Proper
preparation
prevents
poor
poor
performance,
performance.
and it's another one too, or two more. I'll think of them in a minute.
Yeah, I can't say all those P's.
Yeah.
And Peter
Yeah.
Piper picked peppers.
No,
You
because when
gotta
I
be
was
careful. You
younger,
gotta
when
be
I was
careful
younger,
those
my
goals.
brother, Big Ty, he hit me with his bike. So I was probably about 5-6 years old. So it knocked off my 2 front teeth. So this is the beginning of learning how to speak. So by 3rd grade, I had to have a speech teacher. I had to be in speech class because I couldn't pronounce tree and all that, this and that. So it's like,
Couldn't
so
say bitch.
I know, struggling with it to this day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's why I wear braces, because I had a real bad lisp, like,
Yeah.
because
I can finally say bitch, bitch,
Yeah, I'm so silly.
bitch. I've been waiting all my life to call somebody a
right,
bitch.
yeah, right. Like, you can't even say it right.
They call them a pitch all your life. Now you're a bitch.
Funny.
All right, let's get on our topic.
So what's the topic today?
Topic is unhealthy beliefs and unhealthy pride. So that's
Okay. So tell me
getting
about
on accountability. Like my version of unhealthy belief system, you know what I'm saying? And I believe we all deal with it, but just me personally dealing with it is the stuff that we was influenced, well, I was influenced as young kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like, this is ideally what a young boy supposed to be. He's supposed to be tough, supposed to be doing all this and that. He's supposed to be aggressive. Someone disrespect me, I disrespect them back, the whole 9, right? But it didn't produce good results. So that's unhealthy for me. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about unhealthy pride, you know what I'm saying? I pride myself that, let me think of a good example. I pride myself to be the best man, right? So then we have toxic masculinity. We live in a macho world. We live in a super macho world, masculinity, right? So whereas my pride, I meet those expectations, right? But it's giving me more failure than success. You know what I'm saying? So I have to, what pride actually gives me good success? You know what I'm saying? I pride myself on work. I pride myself on being the best person. You know what I'm saying? So being the best person is actually helping the other person versus actually being vengeful towards them. You know what I'm saying? Or being disrespectful to them. Okay, you were disrespectful to me, so I'm supposed to pride myself being disrespectful. I'm supposed to have a whole lot of pride of disrespecting the person. Like, it's not getting nothing out of me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas here, this is what you believe you should have did in that situation. I'm going to sit there and show you what I'm going to do in that situation that's going to give me a good result or be successful. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can take on it, and if you don't, that's on you. But now I got a healthy pride. Now I can sit there and walk away and feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Healthy pride, yes.
If your belief system makes you feel good about yourself and it doesn't destroy another person or affect another person negative, that's not healthy pride. Helping this person, and I'm going to produce facts. Now, you're going to take it for whatever you want to take it, and if you don't, that's on you. Now, the other person that watch, can you identify your unhealthy beliefs, your unhealthy pride? Because that takes accountability for oneself. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't take accountability for oneself, you got to look at all your pride and all your your beliefs is going to be unhealthy.
Well,
And your actions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
the way you phrase it in terms of the belief system and pride, it's longer than a 1 hour show, right?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about who you are versus who you think you are, or who you perceive yourself to be, or who you aspire to be, right? And so when it comes to being healthy, I mean, because you have to factor in the whole idea of grandiosity and being grandiose. Because some people will show up like, oh, this is my pride. I've got pride in this and pride in that. But it's just an idea for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like none of their actions really show that that's what they about. But that's what they say that this is what they about. And they want to hold the environment and the people in the environment to what they say they're about opposed to what they showing they about. Right? And so it's like, my pride is this and my pride is that, but your reality is X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So at the, healthy pride is based on reality, number one. And so, you can't be delusional in your pridefulness. You have to, when we talk about pride, and so many times pride is thought of as a negative thing, but pride is really about self-esteem and self-value, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like a difference between my self-value and my pride, because my pride is my idea of, it's my aspiration, it's my top level, right? That's my pride. Like, I'm not going to settle for less than this kind of thing, regardless of my reality. So that's sometimes how pride can be perceived, because it's a pride come before fall. So I think that it's not so much as the terminology as the word pride, as the word, as the idea of kind of like self-value, right? Because when you get into self-value, that's so different almost. And I'm speaking from,
I would say it's
so
like at the root of it. Like when you dig deeper,
right?
Then it's the value of self.
It's the value of self, because some people go on and they project all these things, but they just trying to, make their reality conform to their mentality, their idea, opposed to really taking the actions to create that reality.
But see, that's a lot of things that I speak on. It's like you building a friendship with somebody, or you're entering a relationship with somebody, is you ask them, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Typically, a person will sit there and tell you who they want to be instead of who they are at that moment. So I'm going to use that word pride. I pride myself when someone asks or inquire who I am, is to sit there and show you who I am presently. Don't even speak on who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I'm around the fellas and I'll sit there and ask them, you a grown man? They be like, yeah, I'm a grown man. Like, you are? You know definition of grown? Definition of grown is final stage, complete. You are at your final stage complete? And I was like, and when they sit there, they be like, oh, yeah. So there's no more room to growth. Now they want to change their answer, right? So now, when you had mentioned manifestation, here we go. I sit there and tell myself I'm a growing man, right? So my manifestation, if I'm telling myself I'm a growing man, I'm opening up to learn. I'm a student. You know what I'm saying? I'm so quick to tell folks I'm a student. Because now I am representing who I am. I am a student, right? So now you're not going to look at me to have all the answers. You're going to look at me to find the answers. You know what I'm saying? Versus when you sit there and be like, I'm grown, it's with the expectation of that you have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? But if I sit there and say I'm a growing person, you're not going to look at me to have all the answers. You're going to look at me, oh, he's finding the answers. And that's the continuous in life, is we are finding answers for ourselves. You know? So then that goes back to my healthy pride. I pride myself for being a student to continue on learning. And it's to learn other people. You know what I'm saying? The beauty of things that I learned with my older brother, he's like, you got to think for other people. I ain't never understood that until like life was hitting me. So I know how to navigate. And I started paying attention to people more often. So when I understand their thinking, now I can predict their actions.
Right.
And prevent myself from reacting to them with unhealthy beliefs that I used to have.
Yeah.
Now I'm creating a healthy belief system now. So now when I react to you, it's going to have positive results. It may not have positive results on you, but it definitely going to have positive
Right.
results on myself.
And I think that just to feed into what your line of logic here, I think that when you talk about when you get into an area, because this is something personal to me as well. I'm a prideful person, right?
Very.
Thank you. I'm a prideful person, right? And so when you think about being a prideful person, you have to understand that leaves you open for manipulation, because somebody can feed into that narrative that you have of yourself, and then manipulate you. Right, because it's like, okay, if I make them feel like they X, Y, and
That's
Z.
if you're prideful and then naive
That's
at the same
that's
time.
it. No. We talking about healthy and unhealthy. Unhealthy pride leaves you open for manipulation because you think you're a finished product.
Okay, unhealthy pride. Okay.
Right. Unhealthy pride
okay.
leaves you open. You have to have that self value, so to speak, and not so much as pride. Like I will, I won't. You have to be a little flexible in your
open,
pride.
yes.
You
Right.
have to be a little open in your pride. Your pride is the fact that I know I can, whatever may come, I can handle it in this, in this
I can
regard.
manage it, yeah.
I can manage it
Right.
in an integral, kind of humane, fair. That pride have to be on those attributes. Not that I'm prideful on, I won't do this, I won't do that. But it has to be on that core belief like this is about healthy pride and belief system.
I explained it to one of my female friends that was going through something, and she is trying to be rigid in her stance in a situation, right? And I told her, I said, "Which tree are you?" Okay, picture the wind blowing. It's a 100-foot tree. It's a wind blowing, right? And one tree is bending all the way over to the point where it's damn near touching the ground.
The tip is touching
Like
the
a
ground.
palm tree.
Right, and then the other one it snaps under the
Like a
the
pine
pressure
tree.
under the pressure of the wind. I said, which one are you? You got to learn to be rigid in life and to go with the flow of the wind, right? Because you let that shit, you get to the point where that shit'll break you.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be so rigid.
Yeah.
What type of tree are you going to be?
Palm trees have
I
deep
said,
roots.
which tree are you in that situation? Because she's so stressed out, and then she said, damn, I'm the one that's breaking.
Yeah, because palm trees have deep roots, right? They can bend so far because they are grounded. They are rooted in reality almost.
Yeah, she's going to take it deeper than that, but I appreciate
Well,
that.
I'm going to take it deeper. I'm always taking deeper.
No, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, though.
They got to dig deep for water.
Man, I ain't going to get off subject. But, yeah, like you said, they got deeper roots, you know what I'm saying? And that's the base, you know what I'm saying? So understand that your roots is your base, you know what I'm saying? So it will allow you to bend.
Your pride cannot be stemmed in outward, like as Mark was saying, right? Like, can you bend or you going to break? Your pride can't be stemmed in the outward, in the external. Your pride got to be stemmed in your, like Champs, like you saying, like in your true foundation, your belief system.
Yeah,
it's
right.
not about
Your
what
belief
people think,
system.
what people say, how I appear, what's going on, the environment. Your
But
pride
this
is
the thing,
deeper
though.
than that.
The tricky thing about belief system is a lot of people's belief system is based on which doctrine in their heads, right? So your learning process of creating your belief system, creating your values, your principles is from people that's around you teaching you stuff. If it's your parents, your aunties, your uncles, your aunties, grandmothers, so-and-so, right? And their doctrine, their values in you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas as a human being, we are created the free will to think. We're the only animals on this earth that has the free will to think, right? So you have to exercise that. How you exercise that is through your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Your imagination
creativity is everything.
is everything.
It's
Because that's
everything.
who you are.
That's
Is your
everything.
imagination and your creativity,
I know
right?
so many people that's like
They program
not creative, and I don't
because
even
they're
understand
complacent.
it.
Because
like, I
they
don't even
become
understand, like,
because they
where's
was
your
taught.
you don't know how to color. You
No,
don't
no,
know how
no.
to draw nothing.
They
you
was
don't
taught.
know how to do
They was.
nothing. Like
It's two things. It's two
like,
things to
what's
it.
Wrong?
They was taught to be complacent, or that's part of their personality. You know what I'm saying?
That's a dark personality.
Whereas, okay, if it was your personality just to be complacent, where was it other people around you? Hey, look, you need to start exploring other things. You know what I'm saying? To build your character, to build
acting,
who you are.
singing,
All of it.
so-
Try everything.
The arts are, and I'm that we have never talked about this in our podcast, and this is a good opportunity to talk about it. But the arts are important. Literature, drama, art, creative art, fabrics, manipulating fabrics and painting and all this. So many people don't understand arts and humanities. History, all that creates imagination. It expounds your mindset to more and to imagination, because everything that exists has existed. And so when you tap into that creativity, when you tap into arts and humanity, you can, that's going to feed, and that's a whole,
But
you go to college, you have to cover some humanities and arts. You have to take a foreign language. You have to study art. You have to study a different culture. That is so important to developing beliefs, a belief system. It's into having some type of ideas about art and humanities, history, art, social
Something that's going to influence you to actually create your own perspective.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For you to look beyond boundaries.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But in this society, they pretty much push you to stay in boundaries.
Literary,
you know what I'm saying? It's like if you're in art class, right? You know what I'm saying? They're going to give you different templates. Okay, do this, and that, right? Now, you look at that template, it's like, you know what? Throw that. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Now, the teacher come, whoa, that's not the assignment. I need you to do this. You know what I'm saying? So now you're programmed that the upper power is going to sit there and tell you and control your imagination.
And that's where the healthy pride come in. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
no, this is who I
So,
am. This is
right.
what I do. This is what I feel.
So when it comes down to your belief system, you are conditioned to believe what the
Other
people
people
that around you influence you to believe. Oh no, because my mama told me this and my daddy told me this and that, and that's what it is. You don't even know too much about your mama or your daddy. You only know about your mama and daddy from the time that you've been on this earth. You don't know
the integrity of
right. You don't know what they've been on.
Yeah. 9 years
How
old.
they get there.
Yeah.
So, like, I would have debates with my mama. Like, I hear you, ma. But, hey, I got my own mind, and this is my belief systems. You know what I'm saying? Because, she be in the Bible. She wanted to influence,
That was her.
you know what I'm saying, Christianity and me. And I'm like, I don't dispute that. You know what I'm saying? Because are very good values in Christianity, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have a different perspective of it. I have a different personality of it, and I'm going to take what applies to me that makes it healthy and make me comfortable. You're only telling me what made you comfortable, because there's some stuff that's in there that makes you uncomfortable that you don't exercise. So I'm going to use and exercise what makes me feel what makes me feel comfortable. So when we're talking to people and we come up with our belief systems, like, I tend to want to listen to open-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Because you used your imagination. You use your own thoughts, your own ideas. A person said something to you, you create your own perspective of what they said, right?
That's that creativity.
That's the creativity. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I read the Bible, if I read somebody's philosophy, right? It's good that we all in this room took in something different, right? Because I'll be real narcissistic, be like, oh, I read this and all, this is what it is. No, I want to hear what Osa has to say. I want to hear what Tanisha has to say. I want to hear what Mark has to say, right?
And then
I start sculpting minds, this
keep
and that,
working
right?
on it.
I come up with my own thing, right? So then, if we revisit that subject, right, we can collectively have a healthy conversation because I tapped into something that you didn't say that I agree with and I disagree with. But I tapped into something that you said, I agree and I disagree. I agree to disagree, right? But then you'll have a follow-up off the disagreement, right? Whereas I was ignorant in my mind to even look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm growing.
That's considered enlightened.
Enlightening, awakening. Yeah.
That definitely gets into healthy pride because you have people who won't seek help for prideful reasons. It's like I don't have. You know, like I could have did everything I needed to do, but yet I need an extra boost.
You know who's the most victim of that is?
But I won't even reach out. Like they won't even ask for directions for pride reasons. Like I'm lost. I've been driving circles for 30 minutes.
The thing with,
but I'm not gonna ask nobody for help.
The thing with unhealthy pride, I feel like it stems, or it's like the cover for ego.
Yeah.
So most people, they hold on to their ego because that's all they can identify themselves with because they never truly got to know themselves. So their ego is a representative or who people see. So now they have to be very, very prideful on what they created to protect themselves. So anything that comes from the outside that's challenging it, you know, that unhealthy pride gonna stand in. Well, I'm a man. I'm this and I'm doing this, and you know they standing proud on the negative stuff that they do, but because that's all that they know, they don't want to be challenged. You know, don't shine light on my darkness type of energy. So it causes them to not be open, even if you were to show healthy pride by giving them an example. Okay, well you could do it this way because it's challenging them. I know.
Yeah, it makes them feel uncomfortable.
Make
it challenge that make them feel uncomfortable. But you said the opposite word, protection. To protect themselves. People use their pride to protect themselves, right?
Them defense mechanisms.
Right, defense mechanism. But now,
but
my unhealthy pride is I'm trying to protect myself, but I'm blocking my blessings.
Yeah, you got bad results.
I'm talking to this person, and they are passionate about me having changed out of a caring, nurturing way, right? So with my pride, I don't like that person talking to me like that. And
you have to identify, like you have to sever out, and that's part of shadow work. And we talk about so many esoteric things, but that's part of shadow work is really siphoning out. Like just think of a one of those calendars that we use when we straining things in the kitchen, we cooking.
A strainer.
You have to really siphon out what's pride and what's other stuff, because you might think it's pride and it's really your issue for your you can't stand rejection, but you think you being prideful, but really you can't stand rejection, so you don't make an effort.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you think you being prideful, but really you can't stand authority. You know, and like you have to really, pride is one of those things that has to be siphoned out when it comes to belief system, because it's so hair splitting when it comes to, is this pride or ego, or is this pride or prejudice, is this pride or an unhealthy idea that I have. Pride takes so much, it takes all, that's why, like you said, Champ, pride, you have to be, and Mark, like you have to be flexible, because pride is always developing according to your siphoning, because you have to siphon off all that bullshit that really is not pride, it's bullshit. It's like, oh, I just don't like authority, I need to check myself, and I need to address that. I'm not being creative, so I need to address that. I'm not listening, I need to address that.
What they need, well, a lot of times people don't even believe that they're not listening, because they only hear what they want to hear.
Pride and ego.
And then when authority, do they even acknowledge they have a problem with authority?
That's pride.
I was
You know
gonna
what
say
I'm
that
saying?
too. A lot of times
For
they
them
don't.
to be able to acknowledge
Just
it.
to
And
take
then
a
the people that do
siphoning.
acknowledge it, they question themselves, why do I have a problem with authority?
And it could be
You know what I'm
mental,
saying?
it could be hardwiring, and that's okay.
This is several reasons why people have problem with authority. Because they want to pride themselves. I can self-teach myself.
And
I don't need someone to teach me something. I can teach myself that. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be
that's the
so
pride of it.
egotistic is that, you know what, anything that comes in front of me, I can
figure it out.
understand it and
I can
I
figure it
can
out.
figure it out. Like, no.
No. You gotta ask for help.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to come to that one time when you didn't figure out something that you'll realize you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't figure something out, and you did not reach out to somebody else to figure it out. That is unhealthy pride, unhealthy ego.
And there's so many relationships that don't go the distance. And I noticed that you had a post recently. I don't know how often because I don't be on Facebook.
Yeah.
But you had a post recently about reasons relationships fail. And so many times it comes down to pride. Because I think I'm this and I think I'm that, or you think you're this and you think you're that, and nobody wants to compromise for the sake of the relationship, which is a whole entity in itself.
That's the piggyback of what I was saying. I was like, the biggest problems with relationship is uncommunicated expectations, right?
Pride.
And that's when that pride kicks in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
The delusional of it. The
right.
delusion of
You
it
know,
all.
and I was really pretty much addressing men because, you know what I'm saying, the man is expected to facilitate the relationship, right? So that man is supposed to be open to everything and everything that woman wants to communicate with. You have to understand that woman. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to understand her so much because we're men, we're not women. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take in consideration
the
everything.
The hardwire.
Yeah, we hardwired, right. So now a man will be so busy in his manly pride and his masculinity and his super machoism that he ignores the female. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you listen, it makes you more masculine. When you listen to a woman
and absorb that.
You absorb that makes you more masculine because now I have
you getting that yin,
more of the
yang,
ability to facilitate the relationship. Like, right, we got the yin and yang. We're equaling our yoke.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to you. I'm not hearing you, but I'm listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Listening yields reaction. Hearing yields ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you're supposed to listen to that woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, for like a small example, men are high risk takers. Women are strategic risk takers, right? You need that part of listening because while we are high risk takers for high rewards, and we are willing to lose everything to gain everything. You know what I'm saying? It's when it comes to women, I'm not willing to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Because this and that.
I can build on this.
I can build on this, and I shouldn't risk losing that because if I lose that, I have nowhere to build. But so I have to percentagize my risks that I don't lose these building blocks. And that's where the woman plays a part in the relationship. Is she's going to protect those building blocks that if I risk everything, we still have these building blocks to grow. You know what I'm saying? So when a man, he got to sit there and let go of his pride that I'm supposed to be the boss, I'm supposed to have all the answers and all that, this and that. You don't have all the answers, man. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of the answers also. So you have to listen.
That, there's a huge movement right now of I don't even know what they call it, right? I think you can call them modern day black feminists. I think
modern day black feminists.
Yeah,
where they at?
That's
a minority.
It is a minority, but it's
Yeah,
it's a growing minority as the gays were at one point.
Wait, so the black feminist movement is growing?
It is a black feminist movement growing. If y'all don't know,
I know some, brother.
No, I'm not denying it. It's like you
Elaborate
said, the
more on
opposite
it, though. I
word
might
was
be in the
some.
photos.
I need to see this movement, and I want to talk to the
Okay.
leader.
all right.
Delete.
So there's a modern day black feminist movement going right now. Is kind of situated as like the idea of decentering men, right? Like men are obstinate, men are set in their ways, men are hardwired. Men are never going to change.
Isn't that a hypocrisy? Because as
no.
she's speaking, she doesn't want to change her ways for the man.
Exactly, and that's the point. That's where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
I'm saying this to say that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying
Right.
this to say all that you just said. Right. So, which is equivalent to the fact that there is a movement to decenter men. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make them your focus. Don't make them your priority. Don't make them they not nothing. We came before them, and we should be prideful in that aspect.
Women came before men.
We all know we did, but we.
So you part of the movement.
So
too.
we not going. But we not joining no movement.
That's the reason
We
why.
not joining no movement.
That's the reason. Listen, you hear how shit how passively she slowed down.
Right.
There's a feminist black.
We not joining. We not joining no movement. We need men. We need y'all. But we
Absolutely.
Wait, what
we
need?
need
You gotta
men.
pay
Because
for
let me tell you something. I'm not just gonna get my rocks off. I need all of y'all.
Hold up.
I need all your whole self.
We need.
I need a whole man. I don't just need one thing.
And what does that entail?
The whole masculine energy of it, right? We need that positive masculine energy. But sometimes
What is masculine energy?
that whole just the what it is in the universe, the opposite of what I am. I don't have words for it.
No, that's a good answer.
I don't have
the
words
opposite
for it.
of you.
I don't
That's
have
a good
words
answer.
for it. But I know when I feel it and I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? It receives me.
As a
the
man,
same. Yes.
masculine energy.
Yes. We need that. And because
Right. I'm gonna give you the definition. I'm gonna give you a definition of
Okay.
masculine energy.
Thank you.
Right. Masculine energy is the ability to facilitate a relationship. The man's job is to pursue the woman, right? So as we pursue the woman, we have to project certain attributes about ourselves to make that woman feel like a whole woman. You know what I'm saying? So if I do chivalry, if I open the door for you, pull the chair for you, do this,
It's
and that.
almost like about intention. It's not like in a
It's certain
prideful way of where the means justify the ends.
Right, the means
Right,
justify
like,
the ends.
I'm doing this
right,
because I know I'm gonna get this.
because the man is hard and the woman is supposed to be soft. Right, so when you speak about that feminist movement, that's where her intention is to be hard.
I think that's part of what I was saying about the whole feminist movement thing, where women are not feeling in a space to be vulnerable and soft, right? Like,
But see,
we
that
don't feel like y'all
goes
catch us when we fall because of y'all pride.
that
Because
goes
I'm
both
a man,
ways.
and then, and do this and do that because of y'all pride.
That's a
Y'all
facade.
know
That's a
catch us when we
facade
fall.
of that's a facade of super masculinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a man speaking,
Well,
right?
help me understand.
When a man is
So
with
I
a
don't
woman,
get in
when
the
a man,
movement.
when a man, the
I
man.
kind of understand
listen,
this black feminist
The
Listen,
movement.
movement.
listen, each and every day, a man is on this
Join
earth,
the
right?
movement.
He has to continuously fight and strive and strive and strive to survive, right? He has to build up walls. He has to be aggressive. He has to be tough, this and that, right? What he seeks out of a woman is that I want a time where I can be vulnerable, I can be at peace, and I can sit there and pull my walls down, right?
You can put your pride. You can set your pride down for a
I
minute.
can set my pride down because
men-
it's the
men
man's
not
job.
understanding
It's the man's
to set
job
their pride
to protect.
down.
This is a man's job to protect your feelings. It's to protect your emotions.
But so many men are so
Right.
prideful. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna be affected by that. I'm
Right.
not gonna be affected by that.
But
I'm
it's
not gonna be
reason why we
affected 'cause you-
we
no,
have
I'm not
to we
affected
we
by that.
have
Yeah, y'all
no
women so emotional.
we have to
You know
be
what I
that.
mean?
We,
Like, I'm not
we,
showing no emotion.
right.
I'm even affected
we have
by
to
that.
be that to survive in the world.
But don't you?
We,
but so
right, we have to
y'all
be
have
that survive in the world. And when we come home, we should be able to sit there and take that jacket off with y'all.
But you don't.
We don't, cause
But you
how?
don't.
What is
Because
y'all?
soon as we,
Because
soon as
what
we-
are y'all
we still
projecting
we-
to
we-
us?
But it's like soon as we
It's
get
what
to being
y'all-
like, oh, you're not spending enough time with me. You're not doing this. It's defensive. I do spend enough time with you.
Hold on, hold
I'm
on.
Hear this,
hold
I'm
on.
here
The
that
man.
You
because
don't have
of
a man to
pride.
time
Because
with
of
that.
pride, though.
Hold on, no,
This
no,
is
no,
about
no.
pride.
It ain't so much pride.
It's not
The
pride.
man.
Like
the
I'm
man,
doing, I'm
no.
being a man.
This
I'm
is
doing
the
what I
thing.
think
This
I'm
is the
supposed
thing,
to be
right?
doing as a man, and
This
that
is-
my pride
this is
as
the
a
thing.
man won't let me
Wow.
won't let me hear
I got
this.
it, Mark. I got it. I got it.
Won't
I
let
got it.
me.
I got it.
Won't let me hear
The man,
this criticism.
This is in a relationship. The man is facilitates the relationship. The woman facilitates the peace.
Mm.
Because y'all are nurturing and caring species, right? So that's what that man seeks. That man is still gonna carry that pride until you show example that you gonna facilitate the peace in here.
Mm.
Here's the integral part of it: is stop loving the man how you want to love that man. You love that man how he wants to be loved.
Or
and
needs
vice
to
versa.
be loved, yeah.
And need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? When people be like, I don't need no man. No, you need a man. Man, I don't need a woman. You need a woman.
Yes.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All that social media memes and all that trying to distract y'all. Exactly the meaning and purpose of what we supposed to be on this earth is we need each other. We are social beings. We seek acceptance all the time. You look at the social
Yes.
media. What do they title us as followers? We are following each other for acceptance.
Friends.
You know what I'm saying? The whole
Validation.
reason why you make a post is for acceptance. You're not going to make another post unless you sit there and get a like from it, unless you get a comment. When you make a
Well,
post,
if you normal, you gotta have normal people. I'd be like, why they keep posting? Nobody like they
well,
shit.
that's German. Like me, I don't-
Nobody like they shit.
I mean, I got
if you
a
know-
little sense, right? So if I make a post, I don't really care for likes or comment because I know you seen it. I know you had. I know it affected
Right.
you. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I'm
it,
confident.
healthy.
I'm confident in myself that I know what I said, and I know it
Yeah.
affected you because I strive
said
my
what I
best to
said.
have. I strive
like
myself to sit there and speak on facts. You know what I'm saying? And if I speak on observance of human behavior, it's based on facts. And then when people want to argue me, you got it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When a person disagrees with me, I don't go back on the post and comment back. You're entitled to that belief. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't argue opinions. Now, if you want to respond back to me with a fact that's not true, then I'll respond to facts. That's not
Or if
true.
you want to respond to my opinion disrespectfully, you want to. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
even give them that energy.
So
Oh,
let
you
me
getting
just
that
introduce this idea because
Yeah.
we talking about pride, right? Because with pride comes the idea of respect and disrespect.
I'll wait
See,
till
I
you
told
say
you
something
this
that
is
way. I
not-
love that
not-
respect
This is
conversation.
not like,
Almost time to wrap up.
yeah, I noticed. That's why I wanted to just throw that word out here with respect and disrespect, because you react based on your pride. Your pride determines when you feel respected opposed to disrespected.
Bingo.
And you know that's why you have to have healthy pride, so
Yeah.
you don't walk around the earth being offended by everything and everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you can be affected, but don't be offended.
yeah, right. Like I got enough pride to pride in myself. They don't have to really respond to that bullshit this motherfucker on, because they obviously don't. They not there yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so many. It's and I got some young daughters. They grown, but they young, so they hip to all the shit that's going on, the Detroit street shit, the Bloods, the Crips, and what these niggas, what these young folks is doing out here based on pride and disrespect. Because, you know, I got pride in the Crips, I got pride in the gang, I got pride in my clique, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they building their pride on this kind of, these standards and morals.
Unhealthy belief system.
On an unhealthy belief system. And they pride themselves on that. You know, it's like, this 1 hour is not enough to talk about this.
I mean,
when you talk about it across, when you get to talking about, especially when you don't start on time.
Right.
So, no apologies necessary to anybody, but nevertheless, when we talk about pride, we get into respect and disrespect and being offended and not offended, and that's why I said one of the things where your pride makes you, you know, puts you in a position to be manipulated.
Yeah.
Or to identify manipulation.
Pride,
You know what I'm saying? Because you
like
will be manipulated to throw your life away based on you think somebody disrespected you and now you about to go to jail.
And what's the definition of disrespect? Everybody has a different definition
based
of
on their
respect
pride, based on their pride and ego.
Well, it's based on your belief system.
Based on your belief system.
You know what I'm saying?
And whether your belief system is unhealthy or not merits
so
how you respond to that disrespect.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? When I be looking at these young brothers, they just spoke on this gang, this and that, right? So, okay, you join this gang, why? From an unhealthy belief system. So then you get into this unhealthy belief system, so now you have this unhealthy pride. Like, oh, what was he looking at? The man just turned his eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? Like, my generation, like the biggest thing in my generation when we was young is a man looking at another man. That's there. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn this.
Now
a lot of time.
Gay. Now it's just gay. Stop being
well,
gay.
that's the second part to it. But this is what I had to learn. Like, you know, when we in a club bar, we in a social setting, right? Is, man, what that nigga looking at, this and that, right? And it's that nigga that's making that phrase is because of your insecurities. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking loudly.
That man made eye contact with you. You look down, and then now you're sitting there reevaluating yourself as you trying to assume
defeated in just that one challenge.
Most of the time it wasn't a challenge.
Right.
So now, I'm telling you,
it was challenged and defeated just off motherfucking making eye contact.
That man could have been reading the room with his eyes. That's
exactly.
all.
Just reading the room, reading body language for me to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But you read it as an animalistic look that, oh, this person is staring me down, sizing me up, right? So, you know, from the young age. I'm gonna say it again.
Now in this day and age, that shit is gay as fuck.
But hold on.
It's a nigga
hold on.
Your mind where you at.
The men now has fell back from it, but now the women are doing it more often. Now, you know what I'm saying? It goes to. Well, this is my last thing. Women, when y'all sit there and get dressed, the first thing y'all say, "Oh, these bitches is gonna hate on me tonight, right?" So that is going to manifest itself. So when you go out to that social event, you're looking for a woman to look at you. And you made up in your mind what they're saying without them even saying anything.
You carry yourself with that energy that's going to attract that type of...
It's going to attract that energy.
Thank you.
Indeed. The mind is powerful, so, yeah.
Very powerful.
Also have some words before we close out.
I'm not that... Well, that's all I was going to say.
On pride.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't really have much. Y'all shared a nice mouthful of it, but
what you think about the modern feminists?
I don't got nothing to say about that. I don't bang with them.
Good job.
We don't need that. We don't need that extra pressure. We don't need that pressure.
She wanted you to solidify the plan.
We don't need that pressure.
I don't bang.
I think Tanisha on the fence with that
feminist
movement.
I'm on the fence like a
You on the fence?
I don't know about my experience.
Yeah,
what do I need you for? Like, let me help me understand, because this shit is crazy.
So we can agree that it's both healthy and unhealthy pride.
Yeah.
The unhealthy pride has to, you know, be able to take accountability and to see themselves and to want to do the work to heal. But having healthy pride is very good to have.
It's very, very good.
I believe that this was
Boundaries, all that good
a very good show, very detailed. Thank you, Champ, for this topic today.
I got another topic that's going to piggyback off of this.
Oh, tune in next week for this next topic, okay? We about to go in. All right, but this wraps up Tapped In Talk radio show. This is Tapped In. Signing out. Peace.
Peace. See y'all
Good
next
night
week.
and good day, everybody.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile